Alright, what is going on, guys? So today we've got another bonus video. I'm going to be going over how, in my opinion, you turn follows from pike into strikes. Pretty hard to do sometimes, but there's a few techniques you can use to get them to hit the lure. So remember, this is my opinion. Might be wrong, but it's what I've learned from experience. So if you guys have got any other ideas, put them in the comment section. I'm always willing to learn. Other people can learn off them. But yeah, I'm going to get right into it. So, when you get a pike following, there's a few different moves the pike are going to be in. Sometimes they're going to be hungry, stalking the prey, ready to pounce when they see an opportunity. They're pretty easy to turn into bites. Another type is the aggressive pike that's just territorial, angry at the lure. Again, easy to turn into strikes. Then there's pike that are just curious, they're just following the lure. They're just like, what the hell's that? Just basically checking it out. They're very hard to turn into bites, but it's still possible. And then lastly, you've got your high pressured pike that are really, they're kind of hungry, but they're like, is it, you know, I've been caught before, I don't really want to get caught again. Is it a fish? Is it fake? So they're very cautious. But all of them can be turned into bites. So, feeding pike. Pretty easy to turn into bites. You can tell a feeding pike, they're following very different types of follows, like they're very stealthy when they're behind the lure. Hanging back a little bit, maybe your bait's around here. You can see that, it's a bit blurry, but the pike might be like 1.5 feet, 2 foot back, but kind of coming side to side, very, very stealthy approach behind the bait. They're trying not to get seen because they think this is a fish. So, turn that one into a bite. Pretty basic. What I generally do, if I see one following like that, I'll rip the bait, full wind of the wheel, and then a quick pause. That's gonna give the pike like the perfect opportunity to pounce on that bait fish. Rather than just stopping it, you see the pike, a lot of people just stop the bait. That pike might either just hang back and it gives it a chance to see that it's not actually a fish. Whereas when you rip it, it thinks, crap, that bait's getting away. Pause, this is my last chance of getting it, and they just come and smash it. That works so well when you see a pike following like that. The next type of follow, the aggressive pike. Now the aggressive pikes, they're going to be nose to the tail of the bait. They're going to be sometimes just bashing into it. You can see them coming really aggressive side to side behind the bait, coming up on the sides of it. They're angry, they're trying to push it out of the territory. You've got to entice these to bite. So again, the rip and pause does work for these, but I'll tend to do a shorter rip, followed by a really short pause, and then repeat that, and that just like aggravates the pike. The aggressive pike, it just sends them wild, and they just smash them. Again, if you can't get them to hit, if you're fishing with a swim bait like this, put a jerkbait on if there's an aggressive pike there. They're just going to hammer it because jerkbaits drive them crazy. So yeah, if you've got an aggressive pike and you can't get it to hit a swim bait, put a jerkbait on. Good chance that you're going to get that. Fast twitches, short pauses. The aggressive pike are just going to go crazy and nail that. So they're the two easy ones to get. I'd say probably 8 out of 10 times you can get a hungry pike and an aggressive pike to hit a lure. Now, the curious pike, these are kind of tricky because they're not hungry, they're not really fired up, but you kind of need to entice them to get angry to hit the bait. So, to get a pike angry, first off, if you're fishing with a swim bait like this, short, fast twitches like you would with the aggressive pike, but these pike are a bit further away. So, figure of eights, if you're on a boat, if you're on the bank, bring it back and forwards in front of the pike, because the curious pike aren't really going to spook away that easily. They'll tend to follow for quite a while. So if you're twitching this aggressively in front of the pike's face, you can really wind them up and just get them to hit it. It's happened a lot of times where I've had pike follow for like 10-15 seconds, figure of eighting, twitching it, throwing it back in front of its face, and just getting that pike wound up to strike the lure. Yes. So yeah, curious pike. Again, if you can't get it to hit a swim bait, quickly change to an aggressive bait like a jerk bait or even a spinner bait or something that's just gonna send them wild. And yeah, you can, a lot of the time you can, if they stick around, turn them into bites, but it is a lot harder. Maybe 1 in 2 you can get to hit a lure, and again when they hit, usually it's a bit you know, nippy, a bit softer, so they're harder to land, but it's possible. So again, like, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but these pike, curious pike, are going to be hanging a lot further back, maybe 3-4 foot behind the bait. It's not looking fast, it's just got its eyes on the lure. It knows it's there, but it's not really sure what to do about it. So yeah, getting it to strike can be difficult, but it is definitely possible. Like I say, if you're fishing with something like this, switch to a jerk bait, spinner bait, even a crank bait or something you can twitch in front of it, making noise and just driving it wild. So the last type of pike is the pressured pike. If you've got a pressured pike and it's feeding, they're going to hit the lures anyway. If it's not feeding, even if it's aggressive, they're going to be a lot more cautious. So again, it's about getting the pike wound up. If they're not hitting the like unnatural looking lures, say, maybe switch to something a little more natural. You know the pike's still there, back off from the water, put a more natural bait on, swim it past it natural. You know the pike's there. Good chance they'll come back and hit it. Again, doing the short rips with the pauses.
That was a nice looking fish.
You know,
just nibbled it.
If pike have been caught on a specific lure before, they might not go for that again. So it's worth trying a few different baits with the cautious pressured pike. But yeah, it's sometimes you just can't. I'd say pressured pike are the hardest ones to convert to a bite if they're not fully committed already. Sometimes you can't do it. It's always worth trying different things though. You know, I definitely think whenever I see a fish following and it's quite close to the lure, first thing I do, ripper, pauser, a lot of the time, get a slab on that. But yeah, switching to jerk baits, spinner baits, something that's annoying for the fish, it's yeah, can really get them wound up. I'd probably say most lure fishing, at least half the fish are not feeding out of hunger, it's pure aggression. So you've got to bear that in mind when you're fishing for them. You've got to figure out how to wind them pike up. Like some of the lures you use, I don't have any with me, but it's total unnatural ones. They're not hitting them to feed, they're hitting them just because they're making them angry. Like when you see musky videos of fishing with big like Colorado blades on their bucktails, like they're just figure of 8 in them that's just winding them musky up and they just strike, and it's kind of the same thing with pike. But yeah, that's kind of my take on the subject. Hopefully that's been helpful. These lures that I'm showing, you can see these are available on the web store now. I've got a pretty good video on Sunday, I think, showing these. So yeah, quite a fun session, pretty cool video idea as well. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope it's been helpful. Remember to put your tips in the comment section below. And yeah, I might try to film some more of these short videos for Fridays, put them up as bonus videos. So if anyone's got any other ideas of tip videos or just other like random videos I can do, let me know in the comments and I'll try to get them done. But that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.